Hey, everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today it's Saturday. I've got a beer, so it's time to talk. That's right, it's time for STS. We're probably going to be changing the name, but episode 4. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Rust content creators. So I'm going to be going over some of my experiences with various content creators, what I think about the Rust content creation community overall, who's been banned from the console version of Rust, and a few other things. I'm also going to be calling out some really awesome content creators, so stay tuned. You're going to hopefully find some channels that you might want to subscribe to that you don't know about, and yeah, hopefully it's just going to be a really good vibe. So yeah, let's just jump into it. I wanted to talk about Rust content creators today because I thought that would be an interesting topic, and I know my channel is more Rust focused, so I wanted to see if this would gather or garner just a bit more interest in some of my other videos, which are a bit lower. I do pay attention to the numbers. I love putting out videos just about everything. I'm going to keep doing that, but I want to put videos out that people like to watch. So this is my attempt to do a longer form, episodic sort of thing, and we're going to be talking about Rust today because I think that's something that a lot of people are going to be interested in. But before we go into that, I want to take you guys back in a time machine, specifically to a song from the early 2010s, The Club Can't Handle Me. In this song, our hero, Flowrider, gets asked to leave a club because he's just too cool for that club. So what does he do? What would anyone do in that situation? Well, they go to the 7-Eleven with their boys and throw around some ho-hos. That's exactly what Flowrider did, and I, in my youth, decided to do the same thing with the boys. Unfortunately, it turns out that is a Class D felony. So I'm asking you to subscribe right here, right now, because I think I might have hit the glass ceiling, and specifically the glass ceiling in relation to criminal charges and my workplace. So let's try and make this thing happen. Let's hit subscribe, let's hit like, and let's get ready to, well, I don't know. I'm just making that all up. That actually didn't happen. I wasn't throwing ho-hos around at 7-Eleven. They were ding-dongs. So anyways, what we're going to be doing today, talking about some Rust content creators. So first off, the main Rust game has a much better content creation scene than the console version of Rust. I know some of you might, well, I hope no one takes offense to that because honestly, the number of people we've got putting out amazing content for the Rust PC version is just mind-blowing. You've got Blooprint, you've got Frost, you've got Welyn, you got Ramsey if you want to throw it way back. There's just some really awesome people putting out amazing story format content. Some of them, they're going into wipes, they're playing the wipes out, and they're trying to just create a story from it, which I think it's insanely hard because if you think about it, your average wipe, you get interrupted by people raiding you, you get interrupted by this, you might be offline, you get raided, you come on, and everything's gone. There's no good story there because you weren't online to witness the story. You can't even wrap things up with some big fight at the end, which you lose. Things wrap up by you going to bed, having a wank, and waking up in the morning, and everything's gone. That's not a great story unless you're going to upload it to Pornhub, and in that case, it's not really a Rust story, is it? But yeah, the Rust content creation scene is crazy because it's one of those games, the amount of skill you've got to have in the game to get those good PvP highlights all the time and actually be able to progress through the game is intense. The amount of skill you need to actually stitch everything together in a story, again, is pretty intense. And the visuals that some of these people are creating to just come into the video. So one thing you'll notice in my videos, I've been putting just text in the beginning parts. That increases the amount of people who are going to stick around for the video. It gives them something to watch. It makes them connect to the video a little bit more. That's a very simple trick that I'm giving you. Anyone can do that pretty quickly. Not a big deal. What some of these people like Frost are doing, where they're actually going through and recording these scenes in Rust, that just requires so much time, so much precision. Welyn recreating bases and all that stuff in private servers. That is just an insane amount of detail, and I don't think we've got anyone in the Rust console scene doing that. I can tell you why. The money simply isn't there. As far as money goes, I don't know who's made the most out of Rust console content, but I think I've made probably at least half as much as some of the bigger names have made. We're talking about Jade Monkey or OBIE. Those are two names that are actually fairly big in the Rust console scene. I'd say I'm sort of below them. There's a few others I might be below, but those are the two. I think they're the two biggest Rust console content creators, and I'd say I'm below them. For those of you who don't know, Jade Monkey does sort of update videos similar to what I do, but the style is very different. Some of his stuff people do criticize. They say it's a little too clickbaity, but honestly, that's one of the things about YouTube. It's always this ebb and flow, right? You want a thumbnail that is clickable. You want something that people see, they connect to, and they'll click into it. But you want to be able to deliver on what that thing is, right? So if everybody's asking me, in the comments, like, Serial, what do you think about cars coming to console version of Rust? Are cars coming? Are cars coming? What should you do about vehicles? Are vehicles coming? Oh my God, they added this. Are vehicles coming because of this? It's very hard to know if I should put vehicles in the title of a video, because on one hand, I'd be answering your question. I'm answering a question that a lot of people have. I want to get that out to people because they're commenting on my videos, and frankly, like, to type out comments to each and every one of you, well, sometimes I do it for a while. It gets very tedious because a lot of you guys ask the same questions. It turns out us humans, we tend to think alike a lot of the time. But then if I put it on a video, those people who didn't ask me that question, they click into that video and they're like, Serial, you said vehicles. Everybody knows they're not coming. Like, what are you doing here? Why'd you make me click this? Obviously, I was thinking vehicles weren't coming. Put a title that says vehicles in it. I click it, seeing will vehicles come? And then it just says no. It's like, Serial, come on, give me a break. Fuck you, right? I get it. I 100% get why people hate that. But then at the same time, if I make a video and the title of the video is that vehicles aren't coming to Rust, nobody's going to click that because there's no reason to. And then the YouTube algorithm is going to like go against me. So you're trying to balance what your fans want, what you want, which is to get videos that are viewed. Because honestly, while I do enjoy the video creation process, I like getting views. I like getting attention. I mean, maybe I'm a bit of an attention whore. I don't know. Like, I just like it. It's cool. And it's cool having people interact with and sort of view your content. I mean, I think one of the greatest sort of travesties of the modern world, I take that back. Like, there's a ton of bullshit going on. But one travesty of the modern world is the fact that these are the one that's consuming it. You're the one that's enjoying it. I 100% get that. Like, in my house, I've got like certain pieces of not art, like I don't have the Mona Lisa or anything like that. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't be telling you because it would be stolen. Don't clip that and send it to the FBI, please, because Mona Lisa is sitting in the Louvre. They don't want to test it. Anyways, no, I really don't have the Mona Lisa for any of you who are just brain dead out there. Anyways, though, like, the thing is, it's just like, this stuff is made to be viewed. It's made to be consumed. It's made to be enjoyed. And there's various people who can enjoy it. Like, if I make a video like this is an enjoyment. Like, I enjoy making it. I enjoy the process. And every now and then, maybe like 10 years from now, I'll actually enjoy going back to listen to something like this. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's sort of cool. Like, to be able to go back in time, like 10 years and see what I was thinking. It's interesting because a lot of the stuff I was thinking back then, I don't remember thinking it now. So every now and then, like, being able to go back or having someone go back and be like, Serial, remember when you said this? And it's like, I said that? Holy shit. Like, sometimes I think I'm a, bloody savant, and other times I think I'm just ridiculous. Sorry, having a drink there. I'm not going to edit that out. But yeah, like, you see what I'm getting at. It's cool to be able to see what you were thinking at a point in time. And I like this. This is why I like these long form videos and stuff. But at the same time, I like my videos to get views. I like to see it going somewhere. I like to see the growth of the channel. It's a little bit of an entrepreneurial thing for me. It's cool to see people subscribing, cool to see people viewing. It's cool to see people coming back. Like, those of you who made it this far in the video, comment on a lot of my videos and stuff like that, I start to recognize a name. There's one of you out there. We're gonna talk to this dude because I don't think that many people have made it that far, and I know he has. You keep changing your name, and you keep asking me if I remember you. You change your profile picture, and you change your name. How the heck could I remember you? Think about that. Like, you change everything about yourself, and then you expect me to remember you. There's two things you can go off of online, right? Like, I'm not some sort of, like, comment analyzer. I can't tell by the grammar that you're using or the fact that you capitalize the A and brain dead. It's just like one of those things that I can't do. You change your name and you change your profile picture, I have no idea who you are. That's just how it works. Anyways, though, I forgot what I was saying. It's cool to see. I like that. There's a little bit of that sort of like, I don't know, that part of me that likes to get the views, likes to get that. Like, that's, that is something that goes into these videos. I'm not just making it personally for myself. But there are videos I do produce that are just for myself. There's videos I make that are just for family and friends and to show off trips and stuff like that. And they use copyrighted music, and they're never going to get uploaded to YouTube or anywhere significant. It's for a select group of people to view. It's for me to remember the memories and everything like that. I love the process of video editing. That's why I'll do stuff like this. Like, this video is probably, I don't know if this one will get demonetized, but so far shit talk videos have gotten demonetized 3 out of 3 times. So this would be 1 out of 4, but 1 out of 4 successful, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so with the content creation stuff and just clickbait and all that in general, I have a lot of I have a lot of sympathy for content creators when it comes to that. It's very, very hard to know what's too far, what's not far enough. And I've definitely been guilty of it myself. I made thumbnails that are very clickbaity. I made videos and it's like 7 minutes, 59 seconds. I think, you just squeeze a little bit more out of that. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because the YouTube algorithm, part of it at one point was it would reward you if your video had a few extra ads in it. It was making YouTube a bit more money, or at least it felt that way. So it's like, well, at this point, like you gotta give a little to the algorithm. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Even with these videos, like Shit Talk Saturday videos, that's actually lowered the amount of views my channel gets because YouTube is like, 2 to 3 demonetized videos in 3 weeks. We're definitely not promoting this content creator. And then, other content creators get the leg up on me. So I completely get it. Like, people want to feed the algorithm. They want to get that click-through rate up. They want to push things further back into the video so the watch time goes up. There's a lot of tricks to it. So yeah, I get that, and I have a lot of sympathy for that. And overall, like, I think Jade Monkey's content is different from my own, but there's nothing wrong with it. If you don't like the update videos I'm doing, he probably has videos that you're gonna like. And there's 2 very different fan bases there. He's actually more popular than me, so he's probably doing it better than I am. In all honesty, I watched a few of his videos early on. I don't watch them anymore. One of the reasons behind that is I ended up getting clickbaited a lot. Like, I see those videos that are titled like "horses coming." I'd be like, "Holy shit, horses are coming! How did I not know this?" And then it's like, "Oh, they're not coming, man. They're not coming." It's just, you never want to hear that. You never want to hear someone's coming and then find out it just messed up. Anyways.
Oh, this is on angle.
Yeah, I don't know. Just rubbing me the wrong way, but a lot of people like that, and that's cool. Completely respect, and I completely have sympathy for that. It's always hard to get that right, but I felt like I was getting my hopes up one too many times. I'm like, Plus the other thing too, as a content creator myself, the last thing I want to do is see one of Jade Monkey's videos and copy it or just talk about the same thing. So I noticed, like, if I did that, it would be like my videos were just like, it felt like I was ripping him off a bit. Like, there were a few updates I skipped because I watched his updates on it, and I'm like, I can't really do an update on this because I heard all his jokes. I know what he's done, and I'd probably be making similar jokes. And I feel like that's a form of it's a form of intellectual theft, if you will. Like, every now and then you'll hear jokes and like you'll repeat them. And I think that's perfectly okay. But when we're going for the same audience, when it's literally like the same people, like just reusing the content, A, I'm not going to do it better than he is. And B, that's just wrong. I feel like it's intellectual theft. I didn't want to take part in that. So I'd sit out making those update videos. I'm like, all right, let's just unsubscribe. Actually, I still might be subscribed to him, but like, let's just not get notified about it anymore. Like, let's not watch these videos. Let's do our thing, serial, and we're good. And then the other Rust Council content creator that's pretty cool is OBIE. I think it's OBIE, I believe. I think they're all caps. I don't think that matters. But really cool sort of Rust console story format videos. You're not going to get something like Frost or Blooprint, and if you made it this far, OB, thanks. But hopefully you don't take offense to that. Like, your videos are great, but like, Blooprint and Rust are getting like 1 million views a video, and they're doing a crazy amount of editing, a crazy amount of storytelling behind it. Your videos are really good, and you're definitely coming along. I can see that going that way. Like, 100% OB's going to get 100K subscribers. Probably this year, if not this year, next year. And I could definitely see it becoming a full-time thing. And I could see a point in time in a couple of years where he's seeing that like 100,000, 500,000, 1 million views a video type moment. Like Blooprint, I think it's been like years since he's had a video that doesn't get 1 million views. And that's mind-blowing to me. That's awesome because of the amount of time they put in, the amount of content that's there, and just the amount of work that goes into that stuff. It's just mind-blowing, but yeah, I think OB's going there. So like, if you're looking for some Rust content, some Rust console content, some storytellers, OB's definitely the way to go. Harvey's GG is another one. Really good stuff. His videos blew up early on. I think they've cooled down a little bit, but like, same style, same story mode. Really good one to follow, in my opinion. The content, I think one of the problems with Rust in general is it takes a while to produce that content. So anyone with a full-time job is going to have trouble producing that sort of full-time content. You're competing with people who are putting that content out full-time, right? Like Frost, Blooprint, all these guys. It is their job to play Rust and come up with good content that they can make stories out of. If it's not your job, you're putting in a lot of time to a wipe that might go badly, and then you can't put anything out. You got to wait. For them, maybe they've got a bunch of different servers going, or they'll jump servers and, in one wipe, in one wipe's time, they might have 5 different servers that they try to get 5 different stories out of. And then the best one, they go and they edit that down, and it still takes them. Some of these guys, it takes them like a month to come out with that content. So if it takes them a month to do it and they're doing it full time, if you're doing it part time, it's going to take you a hell of a lot longer. But yeah, Harvey's GG is really good. He's from Australia, interestingly enough, a country I don't believe in, really. It's like, this is the thing about Australia. Let's just sit down and think about it. If you were going to make a fake country, you'd make it in the middle of nowhere and call it an island. And you say it's huge, but no one wants to go there, right? Australia. And this is the whole lore behind Australia. Just so we can get this straight. You get a country in the middle of nowhere. British sail down there. They find it and they say, hey, this hellhole is where we're going to dump everybody. And everything's to it, right? Like, snakes are poisonous, spiders are more poisonous than ever before, ocean life is more poisonous. Even the sun there, the sun is more likely to give you cancer than it is anywhere else. And then get this, the people who settle there are the pasty white British people. And they like it so much that they decide to stay. That makes no sense to me. In a world where they could just go down to Ibiza every weekend and party their asses off, they all decide to go live in Australia. Think about that, folks. Think about that. Does this sound like a real country? Does this sound like a real thing that would happen? Bunch of white people, super white, getting sunburn all the time, even when they're up in England, which doesn't even get sun, decide to move down to the place where the sun is the most poisonous. It doesn't make sense. What does make sense, though, is that the CIA invented a country, and that is as far as I've gotten with that theory. But we're going somewhere, folks. We're going somewhere with that one. And anyways, yeah, Rust console content creators. I think there's some really, really good gems out there, and some people who have a really good future. Myself not included, probably, but there's some people with some really good futures. There is one. I'm not going to name the name. There's one content creator, and there's some rumors about this, that is no longer allowed to play the console version of Rust. So if you notice, there's one content creator who puts out a lot of content on staging, a lot of content on PC Rust, but no content with skins anymore. And for those of you who don't know, the console version Rust skins are only available on the main version of Rust. And that main version Rust had a ban wave that went through, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And the theory goes that this console content creator hasn't put any content out from the main version Rust with skins because they no longer have access to it. They got banned, and they know that the second they switch characters, the second they get a new character, everybody's going to see the name change, they're going to see the character change, and they're going to know what's happened. So instead, they're going over the staging branch, they're going over the console branch, they're going over the PC version of Rust, and they're just sort of ignoring the fact that they completely got banned on the console version of Rust. And those of you who know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Don't post it down below in the comments, boys. Keep it to yourself. But yeah, that's an interesting theory that I'm watching play out. And like, honestly, every time this person uploads a video, I'm right there looking at it. So maybe it's just a really good form of sort of like sneaky advertisement on their part. But every time they upload a video, I'm like, are they playing on the main branch of Rust? Because if they are, I know they didn't get banned. I'm secretly hoping they didn't get banned. But every time they're playing on stage and they're playing on PC, and I'm like, oh, come on, dude. It's been a while. Like, what's going on there? I know you spent a lot of money on skins. I've spent like I probably spent like $150 on Rust console skins because I want them to show up in the thumbnails. It gets you more views, more click through, and it sort of actually is worth it, to be honest. Plus, I want to support the devs. They've got their issues. There's issues with the console version of Rust, but at the same time, I've made a lot of money off of it, so I might as well support them. But yeah, every time I see it, that's not the main version, I'm just like, oh man, I think he did get banned. And yeah, I think that's as far as my experience with Rust console content creators goes. As far as the main Rust content creators, I've always had a great experience with them. Any of them that I poke at Twitter, they always, if they see it, they poke back. Some of them have a ton of followers, so they don't see it all that time. There's a few that have used my content. A lot of them ask me if they can use it, but honestly, I've said in a ton of videos, if you want to use my content, literally, if you rip my content video, like the whole video, and upload it yourself, I'm not going to copyright claim it unless something crazy is going on. And I think I'd be fully within my right to do it, but I just don't do it. Like, there's people that have full serial overdrive videos. There's one person who uploaded my video, and it's literally just a one-day loop of my video, one video playing over and over and over again in a loop. So I don't know what's going on there. It's got like 200 views. So I don't know. But no, like you can do that. I don't support it, but I'm not going to do any sort of claim on you or anything like that. But yeah, there's a few of them that have used my content. Some of them ask, some of them don't. Overall, always seem like good dudes. Always just like, hey, do you mind if I use this console clip? I'll say, yeah, like if you can, give me credit. If not, no big deal. Whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, always really great. A few of them when like the Rust console dropped right away. For those of you who don't know, my videos were getting like, some of them, like I had a couple videos get 100,000 views in under a week. I had some videos that were getting 50. A lot of videos were just like 25 or higher. And it was just, for a solid month, I was putting out content that was just hitting like 25, 50, 100,000 views in a week. And there were some PC Rust creators who messaged me and they're like, dude, just keep it up. Like keep it up. If the console guys can get this together, like you're doing great. You're gonna just kill it. Just keep doing it. Keep on that grind. And unfortunately, we all know how that goes. Yeah, my community server's out right now. $1,000 prize for the best player on the server for the first run. A lot of hype around it. A lot of stuff going on. Big sponsorships, and none of that actually happened. It was all lined up. There was gonna be a huge. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Like my whole thing was I was putting out videos every day for a week, for every day for a month. And at the end of that month, that was roughly when the community servers were gonna drop. I put aside like $3,000, and my thing was when the servers dropped, I was gonna open up one server, max population, and we were gonna have like a King of the Hill type battle. I was gonna build a base in there, and I was gonna say, hey, whoever has this base at the end of a wipe gets $1,000, and then like give out some extra prizes. I had these like Bitcoin wallets set up, and I actually had like the wallet, the private key, put those on notepads. Those like notes was my idea, and then when players would kill me, they get that like $50 wallet, whatever it was. It wasn't just Bitcoin, like it was just crypto wallets, right? Like they could get that and like all sorts of stuff like that I was gonna do. And then yeah, like what am I supposed to do with that? I'm not gonna go on and promote like just one of the main servers. I was hoping like I could get like the private Serial Overdrive server going, get some videos around that, get some content around that, and then like see where it went. I didn't expect that initial like 3K to like grow. I expected to lose all that money. I expected to lose like $4,000 on the drop month of community servers, and then hopefully make it back as players started coming into the servers, playing more. They'd watch my videos more, get that connection. I thought it was going to be actually like a really good long-term play. I had a few other Rust YouTubers lined up to come play. Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to be something really cool. And I thought it was like going to be something that was like different. I thought a lot of people wouldn't like. There isn't anything like that on the PC version of Rust. There's no server that's just giving away money. I thought that would be awesome. Like huge prize pool, get people over, get some huge press for the console version of Rust. It's blowing up right now. We're getting videos that are getting 25, 50,000 views. If we can bump that, and now they're getting 100,000 views every video, maybe, just maybe in a couple months we make our money back. And I don't know. I thought we really had something going there, and things just fell off. Like now I'm getting like, I don't know, I'm getting like what, 2,000 to 10,000 views a video, which is still really good. I really appreciate that. Don't ever think I don't appreciate that. If there's 2 people watching every video I put out, I appreciate that. But yeah, obviously that blow up didn't happen. I mean, maybe it ended up saving me money. Maybe I should be thanking the devs, buying them some beers for that. But yeah, I don't know. I was a little hopeful there. And yeah, there's some really good dudes over on the Rust PC side of things that messaged me. We were bouncing some ideas back and forth. They invited me to come onto their videos. I didn't. I should have. I didn't though. I was busy at the time. You know, I've got family stuff too, and like when I'm putting out a video a day, that's about all I can put into content creation. Like I don't really have time to do much else. Like it's just like get those videos out, get those clips recorded, and then you got to spend time with your family. You got to do that shit, right? Like that comes first all the time. And I just didn't have time to do it. But yeah, like if it was more of a job, if I was a little bit younger, I probably would have been on that just a little bit more. And it's like, oh, what would have happened then? Maybe I could have switched over to PC. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I thought there was gonna be something really good happening around that, and something is like this is a cool community we've got, but it would be a lot nicer if it was a bigger community for content creators. There'd probably be a lot more competition. Maybe I would have been bumped out already, but it was cool to see. It was cool. It was cool to see, and it was cool to get that. It's exciting. That's all I can say. Like when you drop a video in a week, you're seeing 100,000. Like I had one that got 100,000 views in under 24 hours. It was like mind blowing to me. That was just like, holy shit! Like 100,000 views, 100,000 people have seen this in 24 hours. If you put every single one of those people in a stadium, the fire marshals would have a problem with you. Like that was just like, like mind blowing. Like you could fill any stadium in the world with that, and that would be a respectable crowd. And granted, I mean, people are just clicking on my videos. It's not like every one of those people are going to go to the stadium or anything like that. I'm not delusional. But it's just a cool metric, and it's really cool to see. And every now and then that happens for me. Like I'll get a video that gets 100,000, 200,000 views, and it's it's just one of the, it blows my mind. I've got a video now, how to remove walls in Rust. It's got over 400,000 views. It's going on 500,000 views. That's 500,000 people. That's the size of a city. The size of a city. And that's not one of those videos that people are watching on repeat. It's not like Baby by Justin Bieber that I've listened to 10 million times. I know that those, this how-to video has probably been viewed by every person once, maybe twice. But even then, 250,000 people is still a pretty respectable city. Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, 250,000 people in one video have heard my voice telling them that they can't remove walls in Rust. And they probably hate me for it. But, I tried to give them some options on how to do it. I tried to make it the best video possible, given what the game is. But yeah, every now and then stuff like that happens, and it does blow my mind. And when I do a video for something like Elden Ring, then it goes a different way, because I put the videos out right away, and it's like, this is how you do this. This is how you dual wield. This is how you two hands a sword. And then, the first couple days, the first week, everybody's like, oh, this is amazing. It's a 30-second video on how to two-hand a sword. I didn't know how to do this. You gave me the keys right away and just ended the video. I love it. You're amazing. And then, like, the second week, it's like, what the fuck? Why would you put out a video like this, dude? It's like, everybody knows how to do this. And by the third week, I am a complete trash clickbaiting YouTuber who's doing this for the money. It's like, some of these videos are 24 seconds long. You know how much money you make on a 24-second video? We're talking in dollars. If I was ordering off the dollar menu, I'd be going home hungry. Even if that video gets 100,000, 200,000 views, just to give you an idea of that. 30 seconds are over, we're going home a fat boy if we're ordering off that dollar menu. But under 30 seconds, it's going to be rough. So yeah, long video like this gets 10,000 views. You're making a ton on it. But a short video, 30-second video getting 10,000 views, you make a decent amount, but nothing crazy. Under 30 seconds, even if you're getting 100,000, 200,000 views, it's rough. It's rough. It really is. People just don't want to advertise on that, because one of the things is ads don't want to be longer than the actual content being watched. That's just bad. That's bad for everyone, right? YouTube shouldn't be doing that, because that feels bad for the viewer. The video creator doesn't want that, because it's just shitty for their viewers again. And the viewer doesn't want that, because who wants to watch an ad that's longer than the main video that you're watching? So yeah, those videos don't do that good. Anyways, I don't know what my point was. We're just sort of rambling on, talking about everything, but hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you let me know. I'm going to end it here, because we're about 30 minutes in, and I think I've covered everyone. But yeah, honestly, takeaways here for those of you who are just jumping to the end of the video, or who didn't get anything from this 30 minutes of rambling. All the Rust content console creators and Rust content PC content creators are pretty awesome. Everybody in the community is pretty wholesome. They're pretty nice. They're very community based. It's just been everybody's received me very well. There's no one who's completely ignored me. There's some people who I don't think they know I exist, but that's just because they're so big, right? But anytime I have any interaction with them, it's always great. They're always just shooting the shit back. They know that a joke's a joke. I haven't been banned by anyone on Twitter yet. There is one massive streamer who, we're not going to talk about that, but I was actually very disappointed by that one. I don't even know if I interacted with them. And one day I just wanted to see what they were up to, and just on Twitter it's just blocked. I made one joke about them in a video that got like 5,000 views. It wasn't even a bad joke. Anyways, we'll talk about that streamer later. And it, might be related to Will Smith because, dude, didn't skin anyone. But yeah, the Rust Content Council, wow. The Rust community overall is just amazing. Like the Rust Council crew. Oh, I keep mincing my words. The Rust creator community overall has been just awesome. I've loved interacting with them. Everybody's great. Like, I'm not the most interactive guy, to be honest. Like, I'm more just on my own doing my own thing, and that's my fault. I'm not reaching out to people. When people say, hey, do you want to be in this video? A lot of the time I'm just busy and I can't do it. I don't want to inconvenience anyone and say hey, can you move this around just for me? I feel bad doing that, but at the same time, I can't drop everything to do videos, even if it's huge YouTuber, unless I can go to my family and say, hey, this opportunity right here is literally going to set me up for life or put me on a different path. I just can't do it, unfortunately, because I can't justify that. I can't say hey, I'm going to miss this event. I'm not going to be able to go out on Sunday to walk in the park with you because I'm going to be playing a game. I just can't. I can't do it. Maybe that's my own personal failing. Maybe that's why I'm never going to make it, but that's just what I choose. And I'd rather have that time than make it anywhere in life, to be honest. And that's what I choose to do. But yeah, overall, everybody in the community has been amazing. There's been no pushback. Anytime I'm man, I appreciate the offer, but I can't do it. No one's oh, this sucks. And there's no egos. That's the thing, I guess. It doesn't feel like anyone has egos, whether it's someone with 1 million, 100,000, or 1,000 subscribers. They're all awesome. They're all willing to communicate. They're all talkative. And even the people I haven't talked with, there's been no one's throwing shade at each other. Nobody's oh my God, this person sucks, that person sucks. No, the most someone said about me is hey, his videos aren't my style, but he's got people watching him. Good for him. And I like that. That's a good way to take it. Not everybody's gonna like my stuff. If you're an artist and everybody likes your music, it means that someone's standing behind every person that tells you they like your music with a gun. Because not everybody's gonna like your stuff, and that's just how it is. And if this isn't art, if this is just entertainment, still not everybody's gonna like it, and that's okay because that means we're individuals, and that means that we're all just better off. You don't want the world to be one homogeneous glob. You want it to be interesting, and people not liking my stuff makes it interesting. Or at least it's one way to make it interesting. You should also be not liking other people's stuff too. Anyway, so that's it. I'm starting to feel the beers, so it's time for me to go. Until next time, peace.